You will never, ever be anything without Jamie.
I'm somebody, ma. Now, I always been somebody. I don't want a goddamn thing Ghost had. I'm my own man.
So, Outrunning a Ghost was a title which I questioned before episode 7, but as we moved through Tommy's conversations with JP and Liliana, it made more and more sense as to why he's outrunning a ghost, and in this case, James St. Patrick, and not just on a business level. But just before he left New York, Kate told him that he'll never be anything without Jamie, and this is definitely one of many reasons why he's still constantly outrunning a ghost. Now in Power, we were introduced to Tommy and Ghost as somewhat at the top of their game. They had a network and pipeline built. They had premierers working for them. They had businesses as legit fronts to use as stash houses and also to clean their money. Now they'd also been working for Felipe Lobos for 6 months, and ironically, if it wasn't for Mecca, who knows what would have happened with Tommy and Ghost's relationship. Because during Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2, we spoke about the impact that it had with the Eastern District building a case against Ghost, with Angela coming into the club, which broke up the St. Patrick family, but Tommy was also part of the St. Patricks. So what impact would it have had on Tommy and Ghost if Mecca never snitched? It's just a food for thought. But with Tommy having to start again from scratch, we're watching him try and outrun a ghost on a business level, because JP mentioned how he could use his club to clean his money, but Tommy's been there and done that, and he wants to run his own hustle. But this conversation was more than just about business. This conversation with JP showed he's still hurting, because Kate Egan chose to love a ghost more than Tommy.
What the fuck she do to you that was so bad? She chose to love a ghost instead of me?
And you can definitely tell, everything that happened in New York is still fresh in Tommy's mind because of how he talks about Ghost, how he talks about Kate, and also not even being able to move forward with Gloria, and Lakeisha would have played a part in this, as well as business. But the reason why Kate was brought up was of course because of JP. He said that Miriam Egan isn't doing so well because she had a stroke or aneurysm, so the one person who they could have got some sort of answers from, they can't, because she can't exactly speak. So JP is looking for these answers from Kate, because Tommy can only tell him one side of things, and that's the side where she lied to him about Miriam being dead, lying to him for 35 years, and loving Jamie more than him. But with JP pushing and trying to get in contact with Kate, you can sense it only is a matter of when and not if she returns, because it was a very similar situation in Power Book 2 Ghost Season 1, where Tommy was mentioned in the very first episode, and they were building for his return, which we saw in episode 10 of Season 1 of Ghost, and I do feel the same could happen with Kate. But what other secrets will we learn when she comes back? That's something we're just gonna have to wait and see. But coming back to Outrunning a Ghost, this conversation with Liliana had a significant meaning on the episode title as well, where Tommy basically explained he's never been his own boss, he's always been working for someone else, and where others like Ghost changed their vision and wanted to go into the real world or business, Tommy's vision always remained the same, and that was with the streets, but he's always thought bigger. For example, when it came to taking on more product from Felipe Lobos after Mecca snitched, they had to move more of Felipe Lobos' weight, and he was always down, so we saw Tommy finding a way to move it. And it's the same case in Power Book 4 Force, except we're seeing Tommy think more strategically. Where Claudia wanted to expand and think bigger, he's the one who pushed back and said they needed to create demand first, and they also needed to create a much cheaper version of Dahlia that can rival the coke and heroin on the streets. And now we really are seeing Tommy run his own hustle the way he wants, and those around him definitely recognize this. But even though he's now running his own hustle and he's trying to outrun a ghost, there will always be those who question him, especially because nobody knows who Tommy is, apart from Liliana. So we saw Claudia question what happened to Tommy's ex-business partner, who of course was James St. Patrick, and we know that Tariq killed him, where Tasha went on trial, but Tommy was pinned, which is why he had to fake his death in New York, with him ending up in Chicago, finding this vacant power vacuum. But will Claudia dig into Tommy's past? Because these news articles that she could potentially find on Tommy would tell her that Tommy's the one who killed James St. Patrick, even though that's not the truth. But it really would cause some tension between the partners, because she'll be thinking, if Tommy's able to kill his ex-business partner, then what will he do to her? Because it is what they do after all, and Tommy didn't have to tell her, but this scene in episode 6 told her that Tommy's dropped plenty of bodies in the past. So will Claudia find out about Tommy's history? That's another question as we move into arguably one of the biggest episodes of the season, which is episode 8. So drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section on Tommy's conversation with Kate from Power, how he's still hurting from Kate choosing to love Jamie more than him, and how he's continuously outrunning a ghost. Drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 4 Force and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.